Raman de Silva, Daya Raman.
Video call.
Good afternoon, everyone. In 2 or 3 minutes, we can have the Dhamma discussion. And meanwhile, we can take a short break, drink some tea or whatever you have to do after the 1 hour Dhamma talk. Now we have about 2 minutes to begin the Dhamma discussion. 27. This morning we lost the internet connection totally for some reason, and I called the company and I let them know about it, and maybe that was the reason I came back for after some time. And we also had to disconnect the electricity for the YouTube equipments, and then we connected it again and then came back the connection. So I think right now we have a better connection. Mine is here. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is the discussion. Somehow we are not using the Zoom conversations so far, but if anyone want to ask a question, maybe you can raise your hand and unmute your speaker and ask a question. But right now I have several questions from some of our members. One question that we have is, please explain the difference
video
මේ වන්නකෝ. මික් හිටන් ඉන්නවා. මේ ඇහෙනවා. අපි 4යි කාලට විරුද්ධ පටන් ගමු. අර ෆෑන් එක good afternoon, everyone. We are back somehow. Our internet connection went totally down, and now we found out it is working. And thank you very much for staying with us until we finish the Navam full moon retreat, all the activities. And I think what we are going to do we are going to continue the Dhamma discussion because that may be useful. But after the Dhamma discussion, we will have the blessing ceremony, blessing session. That will be Mahaparita tonight, and we will be reciting Mahaparita. But since we have some time until then, we continue the Dhamma discussion, which is very important to all of us also. And we are going to take 15 minutes from the recitation of the sutras. That means instead of 4 o'clock, we begin the blessing ceremony, evening Buddha Puja and blessing at 4:15. So Ranjan Ekanayaka, our good friend, Mr. Ranjan Ekanayaka and Kaushalya sent me that first question that I began earlier. What is the difference between karma and karmapala? Is a very, very important question, because this is something that we misunderstood or misuse all the time, especially in the West. We say, that is my karma. It makes sense, but when they say that, that is not what they mean. What they really mean is, this is a vipaka or phala of one of my karma. First of all, Chetana ham bhikkave kammang vadami. Buddha said, kamma means your chetana. I call it any emotion, all actions we take as a result of our emotions. If we get angry, we could yell at somebody, or we could beat somebody, something, and we can smash something. All that is a result of that emotion called anger. And if there is lust arise in our mind, we might do something very funny that is unacceptable to many people. The lust is an emotion, and greed is an emotion. And when the greed arises, we should do something also that is not very acceptable to many people, like stealing something, or eating everybody's food by yourself. That's greed. So action, behind the action, there's an emotion. And if there's no emotion related to the action, that is not a karma. You remember Venerable Chakkupala, the monk who became enlightened, but around the same time he became blind, and then he stepped on so many little animals, insects, and worms, and on a rainy day, those were outside on the ground, and this monk was walking back and forth. That is called Chankamana, Sakmankarno. At that time, he killed so many animals without knowing. But all the other monks complained to him, complained to even the Buddha, that this monk has killed so many insects without paying any attention. But he was blind, first of all, and he had no intention behind the killing of animals. The death of animal was not as a result, did not happen as a result of emotion of this monk, like I hate these little animals and I want to step on them and kill them. He didn't think like that. Sometimes little kids don't like this whole bunch of animals in the room or in the house or in the outside near the house. Take some little wood or something and smash them, and that's a different story. So anyway, karma, I generally tell people, karma is your memory. Why? If there is no emotion behind the action, it never become a karma. If you intentionally, out of your anger or out of your lust or out of your greed or out of your love, out of your compassion, you do something, that could become a karma.
Okay.
If Buddha does something out of compassion, it doesn't become his karma, because he has no emotion behind it that is related to some attachment. If the emotional attachment is there, then only it becomes a karma. So karma means, literally, my karma means my memories. If you see something and you get disgusted by seeing it, that's an emotion, disgust. So that means it's going to be in your memory. Few days later, you can still talk about it. And 5 months later, you still talk about it. 5 years later, you may not be able to talk about it, but it is somewhere in the system as a memory, your memory bank. It may be not easily accessible to that memory. You may be not be able to access it, but it is there. If you want, you can access it, that memory. So therefore, memory is not something that hurts you. The result of the memory is totally different. That's karma vipaka. Ranjan's question was, what is the difference between karma and karma vipaka? Karma vipaka is your pain or your joy or your happiness or your frustration. Those are the result of your memories. In other words, if you see something now, and if you have some collection of memories in your system related to what you see now, what you hear now, what you experience now, that what you experience now could trigger some of the memories in the past. If those memories in the past are beautiful memories, nice memories, it's a good karma. Good memories are good karma. And happiness arises in you. That is the result of the karma. Because it was a good karma, as a result, now you are in a place that is so beautiful and maybe something very enjoyable, and then you have seen some things like this before, and you have been to places like that before, and as soon as this new scenery that you are experiencing or new words that you're hearing, like a beautiful music by someone that you like, it triggers your memory of the past that is in your system, make you happy.
Josh thing.
I always say that if you are going to look for a house or something, and with the realtor you go to so many different houses, and many houses that you go to you don't like, because none of those features of that house does not appeal to him, means does not trigger any positive memories about house or about houses, about the pictures of the houses that you have seen. If you have seen a lot of nice homes, nice houses, if you have discussed about those features in the past, and that is in the memory, and none of those things in this particular house that you go to see with the realtor, and you say, no, I don't like this house. But as soon as you see something that is appealing to you, that means that is appealing to your memories. So you tend to buy that house. That's your karma vipaka. You buy a nice house because of your karma vipaka. You go to the bathroom and of the house and you see, oh, this is a very comfy bathroom. Why it's a comfy bathroom? One reason is you have very good memories of nice bathrooms that you have seen. Or you are from here and your mother is in Sri Lanka, and you want to build a nice bathroom for your mother, and you buy the finest parts, like a sink or the commode or whatever, you buy the finest and you design it very nicely for the safety of your mother. She would never slip easily, fall on the ground or something, and you make that beautiful bathroom for your mother, and you go to this house and this is nothing close to what you built for your mother, and you say, no, I don't want this house. That's how you buy houses. As a result of your karma, you didn't buy it. That is the karma phala. Karma phala. And all the time, if you pick your wife, if you pick your husband, same thing. If you pick your car, it's the same thing. You have to have good memories of this particular person. If this person's eyes are certain has certain looks, if the hair has a certain look, the personality has a certain look, and then if that look is good memories of you from the past, even like looking at your mother who was so nice and so kind and so gentle, and you see this woman that you are supposed to be married, and then you have the tendency to like her a little bit more than normal, because all the good memories of your mother,
talk is sponsored by him.
this woman has it, and so you like that person. That's the result of the karma. So karma vipaka is one thing. I tell you another example. This whole area, remember, like last year in our area, not too far from here, so many homes were burned down at one time, same day, during 1 or 2 days. So many houses were burned down. And if this homeowner has no memories of intentionally burning somebody's house to hurt their feelings, it never occurred to you, because you don't have that negative memories. When you see the house, it does not occur to you that I should feel any pain for losing my home. And your next door neighbor is so mad and so angry and so upset for being for having his or her house burned down, and you don't feel too much. You don't feel nothing. Your house is burned too, but you have no bad memories of your house being burned. So as a result, you think, wow, my house is burned. Now I can build the house exactly like the one I want, because I have a good insurance and I have saved all my documents before the fire. So I'm lucky. So I have no reason to be upset. I'm happy. Next door neighbor is so unhappy. You're happy. Why? Because you intentionally didn't plan to hurt somebody by burning their homes. But also the other thing is that one time you saw this family whose house is burned,
like that.
and
Eating all the crumbs.
they are so sad, so
Yeah,
upset,
another one,
and
yeah.
you talk to
Yeah, another
them,
one. There you go.
and you see their
give me a little
behavior,
bit.
and it goes to your memory, and you tend to think that if my house is burned, I should be behaving like this too, because these are house owners. Their house is burned, and that is why they are crying and being sad and being angry and being upset. So if one day my house is burned, I should be behaving like that. That's a part of the memory that you have. So in that case, that is karma vipaka, because you unfortunately hang out or hang around with crummy type of people who become so affected, easily affected by a loss. But if you have a very strong personality, you won't be affected by seeing that they are being upset about burning the house, and next time when your house is burned, you don't be upset because I'm supposed to be upset. No. Some people cry because they think I'm supposed to be crying, because my mother died or my father died and everybody else is crying, and if I don't cry, it is not very good. Therefore, I should be crying. That is a wrong result of wrong memory, wrong idea, wrong intention. So karma is one thing. Karma phala, karma vipaka is the same thing. Phala means the fruit. Vipaka means the result of karma, or result of, or phala, or the fruit of your action. So, how, if you are practicing dana, generosity, if you are sharing whatever you have with others, that means you are trying to make sure that the person who is receiving your gift supposed to be happy, because you give something nice, and this person should be very happy, and that's the whole idea of giving. You want to make that person happy. If the certain person is so unhappy for not being able to having enough money to go to college, and you give some money to go to college, and that person become very happy, and he pay the tuition and go to college, and you think you did great, and you did such a nice thing. That goes to your memory. If that has to be in your memory, and even someone
cooking
something,
no, drink some more.
give something very simple to you, and you become very happy for being able to receive a gift.
No, this one I connected.
Because that's how you did.
One cord.
That's how you expected them to be, and now you think, I'm so happy that you gave this gift to me, or something like that. And memories have energies. It generates energy. The good karma has a good energy. That is called punya. Punya means energy that generates from good karma. Papa means negative energy that generates from bad karma. The good energy always attract you to good things. You go shopping, and all of a sudden, in one corner, you see something you always wanted for a very good price. You say, oh, I'm so lucky. I found exactly what I wanted for a good price. That is a result of your positive energy. Law of attraction, now is the modern word, they call it law of attraction. Law, karma is always a law. The law means that's the way it is. Law of attraction, you get attracted to what is nice and what is right and what do you want, things you want. So the law of attraction is a result of having positive energy. It is like a magnet. Good things get drawn to you, or you get drawn to good things. And that is vipaka. Why? You had a lot of good karma. Good karma generates a lot of good energy. You had a lot of bad karma, you lose things.
Okay.
And you just missed something very important to you. You are now you're already upset for missing it. So things like that happen. And there is because of the karma vipaka. Vipaka means how you feel about it. How it make you happy or unhappy. That's a vipaka. But what you did or what you do is going to be part of your memory.
The American wife of Deepak
Even seeing an accident on the road, you didn't do anything.
Don't keep holding.
If you see a little dog and you take a stick and hit him hard, that is you did something. Then you see that a little dog is limping and crying and trying to run away from you.
What is that nut?
That is something that goes to your memory.
There's a nut here. It's not almond.
And as a result, maybe
that
next
almond?
life you will be limping because
It's
that
almond.
scar in your memory.
Dad, that's
But-
almond or no?
That is in that case you did something. That means you hit the little
use
dog
this.
with a stick or a stone. But when you are driving on the road, you see a bloody accident.
I gave you full food, Junior. Go ahead.
You had to slow down on the freeway because everybody is slowing down, and because of the accident, and you happen to look at the accident and you see accident was pretty bad and
to blow
a
this
lot of
for
blood
that.
is pouring through the car onto the ground, and it's pretty bad, and it's very scary and very unpleasant.
I wanted to go to the
So that's a
office
bad
and get
memory.
that box station.
And now what is the result? Every time when you sit in the driver's seat, you feel shaken a little bit inside. You don't even know, you are nervous a little bit. And if the accident happened to you in where you are in the car, and that's a pretty serious accident, and it may take a long time for you to
And this almonds.
sit in the
Look,
driver's
almonds?
seat for a while
Almonds?
because your fear is so strong.
Pecan. That pecan.
So that's a karma vipaka. You didn't do anything,
I'm
but it
dropping
went to
that.
your memory.
No,
That's what
You're
I
dropping
mean by
this.
memory. Huh? So
You drop
what
that
you
food.
see, what you hear is karma, because if it goes to your memory.
That's
But
pecan, not
everything that
almond.
you see, everything that you hear would not be your karma. Only if you are emotionally attached to what you see or what you hear, what you do, become karma, because
It's
if
not
the emotion is not around the action of seeing, action of doing something, if the emotion is attached to it, boom, it goes to the memory and stays there. So that emotion should be negative emotion or positive emotion. Negative emotions are greed, hatred, and delusion, and all that, jealousy, and what is the other one? Discrimination. I like this person because he's from my area or my village, my school. So we attach to people like that. That's attachment. And you favor that person. That favoritism is an emotion. Your likes and dislikes. You are not my college mate. This is my college mate. I go with my college mate or my classmate, not you. Something like that. So that is the attachment. Huh? Okay, karma and karma vipaka. It's very important to remember karma vipaka or karma phala. Karma is always something that is in your memory. Vipaka is your emotional reaction to what you experience sometimes later. Even if you have a broken leg for some reason, because you had a bad accident or something, huh? But if you don't have negative karma from the past, like breaking somebody's leg or something, when your leg is broken in this new accident, brand new,
Just scattering.
and you don't think too much about it. I'm
Don't scatter that.
not functioning as before, but it's not a big deal. I can work hard and rehabilitate myself to run and walk, and I can find a synthetic leg or something, and I can run. my arms were eaten by a shark when I was swimming, or what it's called, the board, skateboard or whatever that, anything. And anyway, you understand, no? And this person lose a whole arm, but after recovery, 2-3 years later, maybe this person is back on the surfboard. I was talking about surfboard, and he is not having too much negative. He was not negatively affected by loss of the arm, he or she. So that is the karma vipaka. Karma is not losing his hand. Karma is your negative feelings, sad, unhappy, frustrated, angry feelings from losing your hand is called karma vipaka. That's different. So now I think I explained it to you a little bit more. The next question is a good question, but we don't have time. When you are a house owner, every homeowner is obliged to protect their homes with termite treatments and things like that. If I do this, am I breaking 5 precepts? That means it's also related to karma, actually. If I kill the termite, does it become my bad karma? Yes, if you get some very poisonous chemical or something and go through this little termite, and I want to kill you, I hate you, you should destroy my house. And if you do that, that's a negative emotion with the action that goes to your memory, that I killed so many termites intentionally by putting hot water or putting this worse than hot water chemicals, and they were burned. I did it, and yes. But if you think that it's important to treat the termites, and you call the company, pest company or somebody, and you ask them to take care of the problem if there's any, and you don't think too much about it, you don't have any anger against the termite. But if you have the anger against the termite, of course, yes, you are doing something bad karma. That means it goes to your memory because of the emotion, negative emotion. If the negative emotion was not there, just like that monk didn't mean to kill all those insect in the morning by walking on them, he didn't mean it, and it was not a bad karma for him. And even beyond, this monk was an enlightened monk, happened to be enlightened already. He didn't even know, he didn't even mean to hurt anyone. So if you don't mean to kill these animals who are destroying my house, I can stand them and I want to do something, I hate them. And if you think like that, of course, that could be a bad karma, but otherwise it is not too much. But if you counter in the kitchen so many ants, one morning you wake up and so many ants you see, and you get upset and say, why my countertop is full of these dirty animals, these ants, huh? And you take something that is very hurtful to all those animals and you destroy them, everyone, pouring hot water or pouring some chemicals or something because you are mad, then yes, that's dangerous. That's a bad karma. But my friend found so many bugs in her dog's body and called me, Bante, what should I do? My dog has so many fleas. And what should I do? I said, okay, recite Ratana Sutta first Gatha, Tankinchi Vittang Idava Hurangwa, bless some water for 108 times, you bless some water and sprinkle it on the dog, and those insects will go away. And because that is something that I have heard from the ancient people in Sri Lanka. These are very good pesticides. What is it? The Gata, Yankinchi Vittang Idavahurangva, Sagge Suayang Ratanam Panitang, Nano Samang Atitagatena, Idampi Buddhe Ratanam Panitang, Etena Sachena Suatihotu. You recite this to some glass of water and sprinkle into the house, the little dog, and the fleas will go away, and then your house is clean and you are clean, your dog is clean. And your dog don't have to struggle with the hundreds of flies. So it worked somehow, huh? But I never tried it, but I have heard that it works. So in this case, it worked. My friend is in Taiwan, and she did a good job. And also she has sent me 3 other questions on email regarding something related to this, but I don't think we have time today. If next time, if we have time, we talk about this particular questions that she sent to me. Now I think we should get ready for the Buddha Puja hour, and then after that the blessing ceremony. And so please be ready, and if you need to go to the restroom or something, and please go ahead and come back. And I'm glad that we could continue the day because somehow our internet connection got restored. All after everything was cleaned up here, the camera and the speaker, microphone, everything was taken down, and then few minutes later we found all the lights signals have come back on the router. That means it's working, and so that is why we are here. And thank you very much for joining the Dhamma discussion. And later on we transfer merit to everyone including the family members of the sponsors of today's full moon retreat. And thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for not leaving even after the disconnection of the internet connection, no? And we see you again in few minutes. And now we are ready. Bhante Shanta is ready for the Buddha Puja. Thank you very much.
Did you eat the coconut, please?
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Iti piso bhagava arham samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu
Oh, yeah, vaccine.
Purisadam sarati Satta deva manusanam Buddho bhagavati Iti piso bhagava arham samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisadam sarati Satta deva manusanam Buddho bhagavati Iti piso sambuddho Vidyacharana sampanno Sugato lokavidu Anuttara purisa dhamma sarati Sattha deva manusana buddho bhagavati Iti piso bhagava arhang samma sambuddho Vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisadhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. I know some of you have observed 8 precepts or 10 precepts this morning, and this is a good opportunity for us to observe 5 precepts and release the 8 precepts or 10 precepts. And please recite Namo Tassa 3 times to observe 5 precepts. Buddhang saranam gacchami Dhammang saranam gacchami Sanghang gacchami Tatiyampi dhammang saranam gacchami Tatiyampi sanghang saranam gacchami Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Adinadana Sikkhapadang samadhiyami Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Surameraya majjapama datthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Sadhu, 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 sadhu. Today, on this Navam full moon day, we are so fortunate to participate in this virtuous deeds related to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Even we spend at least a moment thinking of the virtues of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, what we are doing is we are focusing or we are setting our mind on the Four Noble Truth, Chaturarya Satya, that is discovered by the Buddha, that is taught by the Buddha, that is taught by all Buddhas in the past, that will be taught by Buddhas in the future. So anytime if we start any activity with observing 5 precepts, including the Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami, that is called Tisarana. All day we have been related to Tisarana. That means all good actions that we did, that we have been doing, bring us so much comfort in this life and material comfort for all of us. And we also have the possibility to gain wonderful lives in the future. When we are going to be born, we will be born with complete limbs and eyes and organs, brain and all the other organs completely, fully. That means we are not going to be crippled or anything like that. And but most importantly, we will be able to understand the teachings of the Buddha a little bit better. That means understand our own life a little bit better, and gradually we will attain ultimate peace, which is Nibbana, as a result of all these little activities that we have been participating on this full moon day. And even now we should be thinking not only what we want is to be reborn in happy places, but we also want to be free from this continuous life and death samsara and unending samsara. We want to end that. Only Buddha has the technique of ending the suffering, and he has taught it step by step, every little step of stopping the continuation of this unending suffering. And that is possible only by us who are followers of the teachings of the Buddha. And that means we are so lucky. And with that thoughts in our mind, let us express our appreciation to the Buddha by making these wonderful offerings to the Buddha. By expressing our appreciation, we generate more positive feelings, which is merit for ourselves. And that merit also bring us more positive comfort for us. And that is the idea. And let us recite the gathas together. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Sakkhato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanayiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiti patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති වන්දාමි චේතියං සබ්බං සබ්බකාමේසු පතිට්ඨිතං ශාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යස්ස මූලේ නිසින්නෝව සබ්බාරි විජයන්නකා පත්තෝ සබ්බඤ්ඤතං සත්තා වන්දේතං බෝධිපාදපං ඉමේ ඒතේ මහා බෝධි ලෝකනාතේන පූජිතා ආම්පිතේ නමස්සාමි බෝධි රාජා නමත්තුතේ ඝනසාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සිනා ඉලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමනුදං සුගන්ධිකාය වදනං අනන්ත ගුණ ගන්ධිනා සුගන්ධිනාහං ගන්ධේන පූජයාමි තථාගතං වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ච හෝතු මොක්ඛං උප්පං මිලායාති යතාහි ධම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං අභිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ පානියං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්නාතු මුත්තම අදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්නාතු මුත්තම කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ බන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත
learn about grow with kindness. That's fine, no problem.
I was from the time I got the vaccine, I sleep. Sanya. Yeah. From the time I got the vaccine, I sleep every hour.
Yeah, my mom got the second dose on Friday, and on the first dose she was fine. Then they got the second dose, she was fine. Friday she was up, and then the next day she was like, she had the full on.
Oh.
The second one you get reaction here.
But then today,
Oh.
she felt totally fine.
Okay.
So she just knocked her out for a day, and then she was fine.
Which one she got? The Moderna or the spice?
I don't know, I think it's the Pfizer one.
Right. We got the spice. Even Clarence should get there's a New York strain. Oh, good, good.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here who don't. A lot of people here who cannot get the vaccine because they said they're not 65. I pushed Melinda and Joe. They work in the office with us, I said. That's why they gave them vaccine.
So,
Yeah, now that the Johnson is coming, day and day, so it might be. Yeah, because all the schools, teachers are going to get vaccinated. They will be, yeah, they'll be vaccinated.
Sydney, what do you want? You want to eat your food?
They don't want to get it?
Today, Navam full moon day, we discuss maybe the significance of this Vesak day earlier by Bante Shant, I guess. And then today we are going to recite a great blessing which is called Mahaparita. That is Mangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, and Karaniyametta Sutta is the main part of the recitation. The idea of this recitation is to bring all our temple members and everyone in the world good health and happiness and prosperity, especially this time that we are still recovering from COVID-19. We want to bless everyone who are still being affected by the virus, and we want all of them to be healthy and happy. And in the end of the day, we transfer merit to all those deceased friends and family members and all the other men, women, and children of the world, for them to have wonderful lives after their death that they experience. Now we invited the Devas to attend the recitation ceremony, and they will be here, and they will also pay attention to all of you who are participating in this ceremony, and they will bring you good health and happiness and prosperity and protection to all of you also.
Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajase Sunantu Sagge Mukdang Dhammasavana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Dhammasavana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Paritta Dhammasavana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Tiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purusha dhamma sarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati sakkato bhagavata dhamma sanditthiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko පච්චත්තං වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤාහීති සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තං රතනත්යං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තං රතනත්යං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තං රතනත්යං ඒව යානි බාහුං සහස්ස මලිනින් මෙත සායුදන්තං ගිරිමේකලං අදිත ගෝර සසේන මාරං දානාදි ධම්ම විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි මාරාතිරේකමභියුජ්ජිත සබ්බ රත්තිං ගෝරම් පනාලවක මත්තද්ද යක්ඛං ඛන්ති සුදන්ත විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි නාලාගිරින් ගජවරං අතිමත්ත භූතං දාවග්ගි චක්කමසනීව සුදාරුණන්තං මෙත්තං බුසේක විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි උක්කෙත්ත කග්ගමතියත්ත සුදාරුණන්තං දාවන්ති යෝජනපදං ගුලිමාලවන්තං විද්දීපි සංකතමනෝ ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි කට්වාන කට්ට මුදරං ඉව ගබ්බිනියා චින්චාය දුට්ට වචනං ජනකාය මජ්ජේ සන්තේන සෝම විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි සච්ඡං විහාය මති සච්ඡක වාදකේතුං වාදාබිරෝපිත මනං අතියන්ද භූතං පඤ්ඤාපදීප ජලිතෝ ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි නන්දෝපනන්ද බුජගං විබුදං මහිද්දෙන් පුත්තේන තේර බුජගේන දමාපයන්තෝ ඉද්දෝපදේශ විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි දුග්ගාහ දිට්ඨි බුජගේන සුදට්ඨ හත්තං බ්‍රහ්මං විසුද්ධි ජුති මෙද්දි බකාබිදානං ඥානාගදේන විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි ඒතාපි බුද්ධ ජය මංගල අට්ඨගතායෝ වාචකෝ දින දිනේ සරතේ මතන්දී හිත්වානනේක විවිධානි චුපද්දවානි මොක්ඛං සුඛං අධිගමෙය්‍ය නරෝ සපඤ්ඤෝ ඒතේන සච්ච වච්චේන සෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං යානිද භූතානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වාය
නිව අන්තලික්කේ සබ්බේව භූතා සුමනා භවන්තු අතෝපි සක්කච්ච සුනන්තු භාසිතං තස්මායි භූතානි සාමේත සබ්බේ මෙත්තං කරෝත මානුසියා පජාය දිවාච රත්තෝච හරන්තියේ බලින් තස්මාහි නේරක්කත අප්පමත්තායං කිංජෙවෙත්තං ඉදවාවුරන්වා සග්ගේසු වායං රතනං පනිතං නනෝ සමං අත්ථි තථාගතේන ඉදම්පි බුද්දේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු khයං විරාගං අමතං පනිතං යදජ්ජගාසක්්‍ය මුනි සමාහිතෝ නතේන ධම්මේන සමත්ති කිංචේ ධම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යම් බුද්ධ සෙට්ටෝ පරිවන්නයේ සුචෙන් සමාධිමානං තරිකඤ්ඤ මාහු සමාධිනාතේන සමෝන විජ්ජති ධම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ පුග්ගලා අට්ඨ ගතම් පසත්තා චත්තාරේ තානි යුගානි හොන්ති තේ දක්ඛිනේයා සුගතස්ස ශාවකායේ තේ සුදින්නානි මහම්පලානි ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ සුප්පයුත්තා මනසා දල්ලේන නික්ඛාමිනෝ ගෝතම සාසනම් තේ පත්ති පත්තා අමතං විගය ලද්දා මුදා නිබ්බුතින් බුඤ්ජමානා ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යතින්ද කීලෝ පඨවින් සිතෝසියා චතුබ්බිවාතේ බිය සම්පකම්පියෝ තතුපමං සප්පුරිසං වදාමි යෝ අරිය සච්චානි අවෙච්ච පස්සති ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ අරිය සච්චානි විභාවයන්ති ගම්බීර මන්නේන සුදේසිතානි කිංචාපිතේ හොන්ති බුසප්පමත්තානතේ භවං අට්ඨමං ආදියන්ති ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු සහවස්ස දස්සන සම්පදාය තයස්සු ධම්මා ජහිතා භවන්ති සක්කාය දිට්ඨි විචිකිච්ඡිතං ච සීලබ්බතං වාපි අදත්ති කිංචේ චතුප්පායේ හිත විප්පමුත්තෝ චචාබිතානානි අබබ්බෝ කාතුං ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු කිංචාපි සෝකම්මං කරෝති පාපකං කායේන වාචා උදචේතසා වා අබබ්බෝ සෝතස්ස පටිච්චාදාය අබබ්බ ditta padassa utta idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu vanapegumbe atakussitagge immana mase patamasmin gimme tatubamandam varang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaya idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu varo varanyo varjo varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu khinang puranan navannati sambhavang viratta citta ayati ge bhavasmin te khina bija avirullecchanda nibbanti dhirayatayam padipo idampi sanghe ratanam panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu yani devutani samagatani bummani vayani antalikke tatagatam deva manussa pujitam buddhan namassama suvatti hotu yani devutani samagatani bummani vayani antalikke tatagatam deva manussa pujitam dhamman namassama suvatti hotu yani devutani samagatani bummani vayani antalikke tatagatam deva manussa pujitam sangham namassama suvatti hotu etena saccavajjena dukkha upasamendute etena saccavajjena bhaya upasamendute evam etena saccavajjena hoga upasamendute etena saccavajjena bhaya upasamendute etena saccavajjena roga upasamendute evam mesutang ekang samayang bhagava savattyang viharati jetavane anatha pindikassa arame atako anyatara devata abhikkantaya rattiya abhikkantavana kevala kappan jetavanam ubhasetva yena bhagavate upasankamittva bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantam attasi ekamantam titaghosa devata bhagavantang gataya ajjabhasi bahudeva manussa ca mangalani achintayung kankamana sottanang brohi mangalamuttamang asevana ca balanang panditanang ca sevana puja ca pujaniyanang etang mangalamuttamam අතිරූපදේශවාසෝච පුම්බේච කත පුඤ්ඤතා අත්ථ සම්මා පනිදිත ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං බාහු සච්ඡං ච සිප්පං ච විනයෝ ච සුසික්ඛිතෝ සුභාසිතා ච යාවාචා ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං මාතා පිතෝ පච්චානං පුත්‍රදාරස්ස සංඝෝ අනාකුලාච කම්මන්තා ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමන් දානං ච ධම්මචර්යාච ඥාතකානං ච සංඝෝ අනවජ්ජානි කම්මානි ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං ආරති විරති පාපා මජ්ජපානා ච සංයම අප්පමාදෝ ච ධම්මේසු ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං ගාරවෝ ච නිවාතෝ ච සන්තුට්ඨේ ච ගතඤ්ඤුතා කාලේන ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණං ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං කන්තේ ච සෝරතස්සදා සමනානං ච දස්සනං කාලේන ධම්ම සාකච්ඡා ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං තපෝ ච බ්‍රහ්මචර්යං ච අරිය සත්‍යං දස්සනං නිබ්බාන සච්චි කිරියා ච ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං චිත්තස්ස ලෝක ධම්මේහි චිත්තං යස්සන කම්පති අසෝකං විරජං හේමං ඒතම් මංගල මුත්තමං ඒතාදිසානිකත්වාන සබ්බත්තම අපරාජිතා සබ්බත්ත සොත්තිං ගච්ඡන්ති තං තේසං මංගල මුත්තමන්ති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං කරණීය මත්ත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අபிසමෙච්ච සක්කෝ ජෝච සෝජෝච සුවචෝ චස්ස මුදු අනතිමානේ සන්තොස්සකෝච සුබරෝච අප්පකිච්චෝච සල්ලව්කෞත්ති සන්තේන්ද්‍රයෝච නිපකෝච අප්පගබ්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගෙද්දෝ නච කුද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචයේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදෙයං සුඛිනෝ වාඛේමිනෝ හන්තෝ සබ්බේ සත්තෝ භවන්තු සුඛිතාත්තා යේකේචි පාන භූතත්ති තසාවා තාවරාවා අනවසේසා දීඝාවා යේ මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමා රස්සකාන කතුලා දිට්ඨාවා යේව අද්දිට්ඨා යේච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේ සීවා සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතාත්තා නපරෝ පරන්නිකුබ්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කත්තචිනං කංචේ භ්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥා නාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ මෙච්චය මාතා යතා මියං පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්ඛේ එවං සබ්බ භූතේසු මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං සබ්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමානං උද්දං අදෝචතිරියංච අසම්බාධං අවේරං අසපත්තං තිට්ඨං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්ම.
Otherwise, what will happen to you is pension plan, in an audit, IRS will come after you where you use the tax deferred money to maintain this property. So this is the problem. So that's why my attorney, that Phil Gibbons, said make sure he writes a check on the AMG pension plan that I have, I think 30 days to deposit in the
ඒතේන
bank. And so I never spend the
සච්චවද්දේන
money.
සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා ඒතේන සච්චවද්දේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා ඒතේන සච්චවද්දේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු
We are acting as trustees of the pension plan. See, the trustees of the pension plan invest money, invest in a lot of other things. So this is one of the investment for us. So when the money comes back in the name of the pension plan, we go and deposit in the pension plan. So we don't pay tax.
හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ජයන්තෝ බෝධියා මූලේ සක්ඛානං නන්දි වද්දනෝ ඒවන්තුයං ජයෝ හෝතු ජයස්සු ජය මංගලං සක්කත්වා බුද්ධ රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං හිතං දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධ තේජේන සොත්තිනා නස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ දුක්ඛාවපගමෙන්තු තේ සක්කත්වා ධම්ම රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං පරිලාභෝපගමනං ධම්ම තේජේන සොත්තිනා නස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ භයාවපසමෙන්තු තේ සක්කත්වා සංඝරතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං ආහුනේයං පාහුනේයං සංඝතේජේන සොත්තිනා නස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ රෝගාවපසමෙන්තු තේ යං කිංච රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධාපුතු රතනං බුද්ධ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යං කිංච රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධාපුතු රතනං ධම්ම සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යං කිංච රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධාපුතු රතනං සංඝ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සබ්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සබ්බ රෝගෝ විනාශතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛේ දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ සංඝ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ නක්ඛත්ථයක්ඛ භූතානම් පාපග්ගා නිවාරණ පරිත්තස්සානුභාවේන හන්තු තේ සංඋපද්දවේ සබ්බේ බුද්ධා බලප්පත්තා පච්චේකානං ච යං බලං අරහන්තානං ච තේජේන රක්ඛම් බන්ධාමි සබ්බසු අභිවාදන සීලස්ස නිච්ඡං වද්ධාපචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සම්පatti සග්ග සම්පatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සම්පatti ඉමිනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු දේශනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු සදා දේවෝ වස්සතු කාලේන සස්ස සම්පatti හේතු ච පීතෝ භවතු ලෝකෝ ච රාජා භවතු ධම්මිකෝ.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Although we had a few technical difficulties in the day today, all of us have generated so much merit for ourselves. And today's sponsor, Miss Tejani Rajpaksha, has some expectation to transfer merit to her family members and relatives. First of all, Miss Tejani Rajapaksha's grandparents, Mr. L.D.J. Vikramasinghe and Mrs. Rupa Vikramasinghe, that is from the mother's side grandparents, and Mr. D.A. Rajapaksa and Mrs. Dandina Rajapaksa from the parents' paternal side, and then her uncles, Mr. Kumar Vikramasinghe and Chandra Rajapaksa, and Mrs. Jayanti Rajapaksa and Mrs. Gandhani Rajapaksa and Mrs. Yatendra Rajapaksa are the aunts and uncles, and also Mr. Ben Gunaratna, one of our friends also, Bandula, and we are remembering him around this time. And so all of these people who are deceased should be very happy if they are connected to us, to be able to receive so much merit from us and through Tejani, Miss Tejani Rajapaksa, and they should be very fortunate to receive merit from the whole day of activities. And we had 3 Buddha Puja hours since morning, and we observe, some of us observe 8 precepts, and some of us observe 10 precepts, and some of us observe 5 precepts, and we listen to Dhamma talks, 2 Dhamma talks, and Dhamma discussion, and then the recitation of sutras. These are all amazing deeds that generate a lot of peace of mind and positive energy in our mind, and this is the time to think of all those deceased relatives and friends that we mentioned, plus that we didn't mention. All of us have our own parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and other people to receive merit, and let us think of all of them and share the merit with them, thinking by the power of the merit that we generated throughout the whole day, wherever they may be born at this time, may they be definitely be able to receive the merit that we are sharing with them. By receiving this merit, may they be able to increase their comfort and joy wherever they may be. In case if they are experiencing any difficulty for some reason, may they be able to overcome all the difficulties by using the merit that we are sharing with them, by receiving the merit that we are sharing with them. And with these thoughts in your mind, let us kindly recite the Gatha, Idam me jnati nang hotu, together. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hontu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hontu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita hontu jnatayo. We already transferred merit to all the devas. That is the custom of the Mahaparita. As soon as the Mahaparita is complete, we express our appreciation for coming to participate in the ceremony by transferring merit to them. And that is what we did. But all of you should join again and expressing our appreciation and gratitude to all the devas. Some of the devas are actually our own family members who passed away earlier. They are good. They have been good people, and they are reborn in heavenly existence, and they are constantly watching you and looking after our families, our children, and may all those devas plus all the other powerful devas such as Sri Vishnu, Katragama, and Sumanasaman, and all the other local devas also, especially the devas who are taking care of and protecting our temple here in Sacramento. May all those devas also be able to receive the merit that we are sharing with them at this moment. By receiving, may they be able to increase their divine virtues and divine powers, and in return may they bring additional protection to our children, our family members, and all of us. With these thoughts in our mind, let us recite the Gatha, Ettavata Chammehi, one more time. Ettavata Chammehi Samvetang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Deva Anumodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhya. Ettavata Chammehi Samvetang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Bhuta Anumodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhya. Ettavata Chammehi Samvetang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Satta Anumodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhya. Akasatta ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Loka Sasanang. Akasatta ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Desanang. Akasatta ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu no Sada. Now our minds are so calm and peaceful after the whole day of beautiful experiences that we participated in. When the mind is so full of calmness and full of positive energy, whatever the wish that you make, that wish will come true. And whatever the wish you have in your heart and your mind regarding your children, regarding your jobs, regarding your parents' health or anything, that this is the time for all of us to make that wish. And beside those personal wishes that we all have, most important thing as a Buddhist for us, most important wish for us as Buddhists is to be able to have good people in our lives wherever you go, every time when we are at some place. So therefore, we should be able to have wonderful people, wonderful parents, wonderful family members, relatives, and wonderful children and husbands and wives and parents, friends to associate. And if these wonderful people means people who have wisdom, people who have knowledge of Dhamma, people who had a lot of punya, a lot of kusala, and those are the people who would be able to lift us whenever we are fallen at sometimes. If we are lucky to have those people around us, they will always lift us and take us up and move forward because they are healthy and strong in mind with a lot of positive energy and a lot of wisdom and a lot of compassion. And let us make the wish that may we always have wonderful people with a lot of wisdom and a lot of kusala, a lot of punya as our family members and friends and relatives and associates. May I always be able to stay away from unfortunate, unwise people who bring us misery, discomfort, and frustration and fear to our lives. With these thoughts in our mind, let us recite the aspiration, Imina Punya Kammena.
Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That is the conclusion of the full moon SIL retreat, and thank you all for helping, especially Mahen. And thank you, Tejani, for sponsoring, and thank you all the people who brought offering to the Buddha and dana to the monks. And may all of you be healthy and happy and joyful. And everybody who participated are so wonderful, so lucky. And see you again in another event. And although we had a little technical difficulties, I think the day was pretty amazing for us, and thank you very much, and see you again. Thank you.